All right, so we are looking at the second paper on here, and we are starting with the endocrine system. Remember, we're going to cover all of these by themselves, but they all are going to work together. So, med-term, micrin is to secrete. Remember, we said secrete means like release. So what is it releasing? Well, these are my hormones. So my endocrine is glands throughout the body. So what is the endocrine system in charge of? It is in charge of communication, and coordination, using hormones with the body. So communicating and coordinating the body using the hormones, and then homeostasis. So remember, homeostasis is the body's balance. When we're looking at this, communication and coordination. So this is one of my bossy systems. Okay? It's going to be one of the leading systems here. Next one we are looking at is the heart and the blood vessels. So we have my cardiovascular. So med-term wise, we said cardi means heart, and vascular is blood vessels. So when we talk about the cardiovascular system, it is the heart and the blood vessels. So we'll write here, what are the parts? The heart and the blood vessels. Now, that being said, what are my blood vessels? So we have the arteries, we have the capillaries, and we have the veins. So what is the circulatory's or cardiovascular system's job? It is transport nutrients, gases, waste, hormones, my red blood cells, my white blood cells, my platelets. When I talk about gases, big ones that we think about are oxygen and carbon dioxide are getting moved around. So, big thing with this one is cardiovascular system's job is transport. We're just moving blood from one spot to another, picking stuff up, dropping stuff off. Next system is my skin. So it is the integumentary system. Med term, we haven't learned this one yet, but tegument is covering. So what parts are the integumentary system? Well, we've got my skin, my hair, my nails, my sweat, and my oil glands. So, what is it that my skin does? So, big one is protection. This is going to be my first line of defense. It's going to sense the outside environment. It's going to help regulate my temperature. R-E-G, sorry, regulate my temp. Sweating, goosebumps, eliminate waste, and we're going to see support again. So my support this time is going to be external, right? It's going to be on the outside. Oops, forgot the L. Important things, we have protection, we're regulating temp, we're sensing our environment, and again, eliminating waste. So we're at the third system that's helping to get rid of waste. All right, let's look at the next system. The next system is my respiratory system. So with my respiratory system, we breathe in through my nose. We go into my pharynx. Remember we said the pharynx is the throat. Into the trachea. Then the next thing we are going to do after the trachea is we are going to go into the bronchial passage, or bronchial tubes, bronchi, alveoli, and then overall we're talking about the lungs area. So a couple of things we want to make sure we remember. The pharynx is the throat. The trachea is the windpipe. Okay, so we breathe in. It goes nose, throat, windpipe, bronchial tubes, bronchi, alveoli, and then from here all the way through this is considered our lungs. Functions. What are the functions? So production of sound. So produce sound. We are going to transport gases. So we're moving air in and out of our lungs. So let's do that right here. So we're going to move in oxygen and other stuff, and out CO2 and other stuff. But those are the big ones that we are going to look at. We are going to again eliminate waste. Filter. And then I'm going to put this on here, we're going to breathe, right? That's what a lot of this does. So we're going to mark this again. So again, we're eliminating waste. Again, we're filtering. Again, we're transporting. And then a big one is the production of sound. All right, let's look at the last main system, and this is the nervous system. So you can see all the nerves in this picture going all throughout the body. So we have our nervous system. And so what parts are those? So those are the brain. That's the spinal cord. And the nerves, of course. All right, so what do we have for functions here? We're going to see these big words again. Communication and coordination. But this time, instead of with hormones, it's going to be with nerve impulses. What does that mean? Electricity. We're sending electricity. So we're getting messages from external and internal environment. All right, so external would be like I have a bee sting me. So from the outside, my body is going to go into my brain and tell me that I have an injury, that I'm hurt. Internally, I have too much acid in my stomach, and so it's upsetting my stomach. So then it's going to send a message to the brain, and you start to get a stomach ache. And so we're going to get the brain's going to get messages from the inside of the body, like my organs and my muscles and my bones, but also going to get messages from the outside. I'm hot, I'm cold. So communication and coordination, what does that mean? In simple terms, we're going to send and receive messages. All right. That is all.